there's a youth employment place at Warren Farm Road. The buildings have gone now. It's where the medical centre is. It might be a good idea if you go and see them there. Mr. Troop's put a word in, they'll be expecting you. And I thought, well, I've got nothing to lose. I haven't got to see the headmaster. So I went to see them. And they said, oh, there's a job going here. You're interested in electronics. At Melotronics, that was Aldridge. Streetley in Aldridge. And it was a new invention it was then. And it was making electronic organs. But it wasn't the type of organ we've got today. It was all done on tape, reel-to-reel tape. You know, if any of you children, boys and girls, know the reel-to-reel, the cassette tapes, it was that sort of tape, but it was much bigger. It was on big sprues. You'll probably see it on the television. And this electronic organ, all the sounds come from a piece of tape. You press the keyboard, and the tape made the sounds. And I was absolutely fascinated with this. Consequently, I got the job. And there was a guy, some of the managers or the directors, one of them was David Nixon. He was a conjurer. He used to be on the television many years ago. And he was one of the directors, and he was a real nice guy. He was taller than me, and he drove a big Thunderbird car, American car, and we really got on well. And another one of the directors was a guy that's long since gone, a guy called Eric Robinson. He was a music, he was a leader of an orchestra. And it was really fascinating. This invention of this organ came from America. It was a guy called Bill Franston, and he'd made the invention. And of course, I used to work with my workmates, and I got really on well with them because we got a mutual interest in electronics, you see. And there was this guy called Mickey Pinder. Now, it means nothing to you children, but he was in a pop group that was not known then. And he used to test the keyboards. Well, later on, he was a member of the pop group called the Moody Blues, and he used to give me a lift home in his big car because he was just became famous with his first record. But he moved on. I never saw him from that day to this. So that's a bit of fame for me. I actually work with one of the Moody Blues. One of my young friends, work friends, who lived in Dovedale Road then, in one of the original houses. He bought a little car, a little Ford Prefect from the 50s. I think he paid £40 for it. And we used to go to work in this car. And then at a lunchtime, if you know Barbeacon, it's a very high spot. It was only just down the road from up the road from where we work, so we used to spend our lunch hour up there. And he thought it was great to ride around smoking these cigarettes and seeing some girls walking along, and we'd stop the car and chat to them. And then another friend got a motorbike, and of course what do youngsters do when they've got a motorbike and some friends? They race round the road, revving up the engine, and they see the girls, and we stand on the corner talking to them, and of course you rev up the engine and it upsets the neighbours, and they tell you to be quiet, and you can't understand what all the problem is. And well, that's what you do when you're young, but as you get older you realise you are being a real nuisance to your grown-ups.